moment at least to begin. And on offense, then Mintz will start off the ball to help him save as much effort, Bob, as possible to defend a man who scores 24 a game.
17,052 in attendance.
And this is Marcus Howard. Draws the double and kicks it over to Joey Hauser, the freshman. Sakar Annam, you highlighted off the top. Howard in rhythm three, rims out, cleared by Tyshawn Alexander.
Creighton wants to run on makes and misses. Two guys will run to the corners, the other three take the central part of the floor, and they jack threes.
Damian Jefferson, the ball rotation up top. Alexander, pull up from 15, and he drills the first shot of the game.
Very improved over last year. Alexander averages 17, Brent last year, 5.
A takeaway. Crumple gets stuffed at the rim. Stick back, rolls around and down for the junior from Charlotte, Davion Mintz.
Good start for the home team right here. Marquette, much higher ranked. The Blue Jays picked 9th in the preseason in the Big East.
Marquette drilled Xavier on Sunday by 18. Creighton coming off of a loss to Butler on Saturday by 15.
Creighton opened the season with 2 road games.
Deep three from way out. Got it! How about that for Sam Hauser? We've got a ton of good outside shooters on both sides here tonight. 3rd in the country for Creighton as a team. 44% collectively at the arc. On the block, drawing the bump is Crumple, and he's at the line for a pair. And that foul on Theo John. Bob, how about your keys to the game?
Well, Marquette's got to get back against the fast break, and three-point accuracy is important for them. Single-digit turnovers for Creighton. When they go longer than that and get 14, 15, that's when they lose. Three-point accuracy also important. Both teams use the three frequently, and they are both very good in the accuracy department.
Crumple only 49% at the line, knocks in the first. Junior from Slovenia, 10 points, 5.5 rebounds a game.
Yeah, but that's deceiving. He's much better than that. In the last 5 games, he's got 80 points and 40 rebounds. This guy has had 3 knee surgeries.
And he's got 15 dunks in the last 5 games, for what it's worth.
He can play.
Joey Hauser to his brother Sam. Sakar Annam slicing in, fouled from behind, and he's at the line. Damian Jefferson collects the foul, sophomore from East Chicago, Indiana.
On the drive, Annam is 6'5". He takes a bump on the lower body on his way in. Last year they had Andrew Rousey. Remember him? Little guy, great scorer. But defensively, probably not as good as Annam. Annam gives them a big guard to defend in the Big East against the big guards.
In that Xavier game, Sakar Annam had 20 points, 7 rebounds. He was 9 of 14 from the field. On this floor last year, he scored a career-high 26. In fact, Marquette has beaten Creighton each of the last 3 times in this building.
And 5 straight total. Nice D by Marquette here.
Davion Mintz, corner for Jefferson. Crumple wants a 3. Rattles out, and it's cleared by Sam Hauser. Sam trailing, pulls it. Left it short. John couldn't collect the rebound. Out of bounds, back to Creighton. They lead by 1. 2.5 minutes deep from here in Omaha.
John right there has the job of guarding Crumple, which is not easy for a big guy, 6'9", 240. He's got to chase Crumple at the 3-point line. He's got to hedge, and then he's got to get back to his man.
6-5 start for the home team. Off the curl, Mitch Ballack. Wide open, Crumple turned it down, drives and kicks. Ballack thought about it, skip it across, Mintz, corner. Got it.
That is Blue Jays basketball right there. 4 guys outside. Penetrate, dish, hit the open man for the 3. They average nearly 12 makes a game from beyond the 3-point line.
Mintz 5 early points, Howard in the lane. Joey Howard Hauser rattles off Alexander with a rebound. Joey Hauser, freshman of the week in the Big East. Corner three, too strong. This time from Jefferson.
Teams that shoot threes a lot, double dribble by Howard here. Teams that shoot threes a lot have spurts where they miss and then they make a lot. This is typical Blue Jays basketball. The three-point shot right here is available. He takes it off the dribble. And then the reversal to the opposite corner, and that's what you're looking for. The three. Guys handle the basketball wide open.
And Mintz is 38% at the arc. 190 career assists for Davion Mintz. 9-5 start for Creighton. Tyshawn Alexander. He's defended by Sakar Annam. Here's Mitch Ballack, watched by Hauser. Shot clock at 7. Crumple couldn't handle. Jefferson rotates it. Corner Ballack, UPenn. Ballack for three. 12-5 Blue Jays. Annam looking for Ed Morrow in off the bench. Instead it's Howard. Stop and start. Hauser with 7 to shoot. Now with 5 for Sam Hauser. Drives, contact, no call. Couldn't finish. Got his own rebound. Annam crawls off weak side board. Damian Jefferson. And he carried it. Turnover. It's a 12-5 beginning for the Creighton Blue Jays.
And Coach McDermott's happy because the threes are falling. Howard's only got one opportunity, and that was a missed three. They're doing a good job hedging on him, doubling him. They got to do something different. You can't do the same thing all the game against Howard.
Here's Sam Hauser from his brother Joey, and now Howard.
Notice the switch here.
And that's offensive.
That's on Morrow. The guy who is setting the screen is not responsible really for that. The guy who is getting the screen has to wait for the screen to be set. Frequently guys go too soon, and a guy like Morrow gets caught on a foul.
Good start for Creighton. 4 of 7 from the field. 2 of 4 from downtown.
Boy, they run their offense fast.
Mintz on a fall away, buries it.
That was a call from McDermott on the sideline. He liked something he saw on the matchup.
It's an 8-0 run, 7 already for Mintz, and the lead is 9 for Creighton.
Mintz is 6'3", Howard only 5, 10, or 11. He can shoot over him.
Joey Hauser in the lane, defended by Jefferson. Turnaround jumper is down.
They need more of that. Penetrate into the lane. There's no rim protection for the Blue Jays. No shot blocking on this team.
Joey Hauser coming off of an 18-point game against Xavier. Crumple underneath, couple pumps and scores.
For a guy who's had 3 knee surgeries, he sure has a great balance on his base. Went out last year, January 17th against Seton Hall. Had surgery. He's playing great the last 6 games.
Howard connects from outside. His first make of the game. 16-10. Howard leads the Big East in scoring at 24 a game. 10 career 30-point games. He's scored 45 twice this year. Had 52 in a game against Providence last season. Right here on CBS Sports Network.
5 guys on the perimeter at the same time. Driving lanes available.
Mintz in rhythm, corner. Drills it. Hot start, he's got 10 to begin.
You can't help. You want them to drive. If you help, which is your natural instinct, the 3 is available, and that is their strength.
Annam baseline. Offensive.
Creighton shooting 3s. Marcus Howard gets stuck in the lane on the help side way too late. to get out to challenge the three. He should be halfway to the lane instead of all the way to the lane on help defense.
Creighton begins 7 of 10, 3 of 5 at the arc. And they are one of the best in the country. Number 3 beyond the arc at 44%. It is a thing of beauty to watch. In fact, Coach said, I love watching it. It's a fun brand of basketball to coach.
Rolling, a 7-footer from Australia in the game. With Crumple out, it's an opportunity for Marquette to go inside.
Shot clock at 2, Alexander Card at 3, not there. Weak side board for Sam Hauser. Howard wants to go.
Vince is doing a very good job. Very good job on Howard so far. Keep in mind, Howard had 40 in the second half against Buffalo.
He missed a lot of shots early on Sunday, too, but in the end, he got his. Another Marquette turnover. Creighton the ball up 9. 8 minutes in. Slicing, missing is Ballack. And then he commits the foul on the rebound as he hammered at Joseph Chartouni, the graduate senior from Montreal, Quebec.
Ballack complaining he was fouled on the way in, and there is contact right here, but Howard tries to get out of the way. Ballack gets the foul. Ballack, all freshman, Big East last year. Leads this team in assists and very accurate from three-point range is Mitch, and he goes to the bench.
So Mintz begins with 10 points. He's been defending well against Howard. He goes to the bench. Be interesting to see how that affects things here.
Exactly.
Howard got 3 on 3. Got it! And the foul.
Good call, my friend. Caleb Joseph came into the game and was not ready to play. Marcus Howard moves without the ball and knocks in a 3. Howard, the big scorer for Marquette. Let's take a look. Caleb Joseph gets hung up on the screen. Can't do that against this guy. It's been porous so far. Now Marquette in the last couple of years has had a reputation of not being a good defensive team, and this year they have improved dramatically.
It'll stay at this end, so it was Howard going for a 4-point play. He had knocked down the 3 before the break and got fouled. Now they're going to reverse the call, and Creighton gets it up by 6.
Wojciechowski has a 3-guard lineup in the game right now. Joseph Chartouni, transferred from Fordham, guarding the ball right here. Annam is still in, and Howard is still in.
Marcus Zagorowski has the ball in off the Creighton bench.
What a player he is.
Yeah.
He's going to be a superstar for Creighton.
Freshman from Hamilton, Mass., and the coaching staff loves him. Caleb Joseph, shot clock at 5, spins in lane. Turnaround shot is down.
The scouting report clearly is take Howard to the paint. 2 players have done it already when Howard was guarding them. He's only 5'10".
Howard floater, off the glass, no. Rebounded by Zagorowski. Zagorowski kicks. One more for Joseph on a 3. Got it.
Are they a fun team to watch? How can you pick this team 9th in the Big East?
Triple header that we'll talk about later of college hoops on CBS Sports Network tonight.
Good news right now for Creighton is Crumple has been on the bench for quite a while, resting his knees, and they've still maintained a very good lead.
Zagorowski picks up his first with Creighton up by 11, nearing the midpoint of this first half. Had a near perfect start for the home team Creighton. They came in 1-1 in the Big East, and same for Marquette. Chartouni and Jamal Kane is out of bounds on the catch. They need more offensively from Kane.
Early in the year, he was a starter, big contributor. He's fallen off a little bit lately. They are 12-3. The only losses have been at Indiana, at St. John's, and neutral court to Kansas.
Samson Froling, wild shot inside the freshman from Australia.
They got 5-on-4 here.
Jartuni, and now Kane. Theo John draws the double. Sam Hauser, you bet. 8-point game. Froling wants to go to work with the left and score. How about that?
That guy's brother played at Marquette, now playing professionally in Australia.
You said this would be awfully entertaining tonight.
You're going to get a sore throat for all the play-by-play you're going to have to do here.
Hauser way too strong this time. Mitch Palick leads the break. Alexander defended by Chartuni. Caleb Joseph, the Syracuse transfer, works on John, crossover, knocks it down.
2 for 2 for Caleb.
Only had 3 points in the first 2 Big East games, but he comes off the bench on fire offensively tonight. It's a 9-3 Creighton run.
A lot of standing around here.
Tough shot, Howard wouldn't drop. Here comes Alexander, 1-on-2, foul.
Marquette foul number 21, Joseph Chartuni. That's his first, 4th team.
Blue Jays on the move. 1-on-1. The pull-up jumper by Caleb Joseph. His last shot was from that general territory as well. And he had Theo John on him, a center guarding a guard. That's no match there.
Alexander 81% at the stripe. Three assists a game, 17 points.
Only 5 points a game last year, and Alexander has 17 a game this year. 36 against Clemson. You can see his numbers on the left-hand side there. 27 against Gonzaga. They lost to Gonzaga in this building, a 103-92, something like that. It was an unbelievably good game.
They played among the top 10 hardest non-conference schedules in the country. They lost to Ohio State, Gonzaga, Nebraska, and Oklahoma. They beat number 16 Clemson.
Marquette has had trouble on the road, and they're having trouble in this game on the road.
Joey Hauser from way out. Big East freshman of the week, 48% at the arc this season.
Twice he's been Big East freshman of the week.
Tegorowski drive and kick. Corner, guarded 3, doesn't matter. Tie shot, Alexander rings it up.
Alexander.
5 of 8 from downtown.
Howard, a turnaround 3. 32-22. Don't blink.
This reminds me of St. John's Villanova last night. And that game won by the Wildcats in a crazy one. I like Balak's game, Brent. He can shoot, handles well, terrific passer.
Alexander too strong, long rebound for Power. Does the little things. Tegorowski on the drive. Tough shot, wouldn't go. Sam Hauser rips it down.
When you shoot long threes, there's long rebounds on the misses.
Mora on the block, wheels and scores.
Nebraska transfer has power.
Ed Morrow, redshirt junior from Chicago. Crumple, working on Morrow. Reverse lay-in, wouldn't go, but he's at the line. When we come back, 6:49 opening half in Omaha. 32-24.
Howard has been off so far in the game. He's made a couple of threes. He had 45 against Kansas State, your alma mater. I know you didn't mention that when he 45.
I see you.
Yeah. And 45 against Buffalo.
Thank you for making sure that.
Croppo's been good in this game. He got a good rest also. Froling gave him good rest minutes. He's back in the game, effective.
You know, it's interesting about Creighton. You brought up K-State. They went toe-to-toe with K-State opening round 8-9 matchup of the tournament last year. K-State barely was able to get that win. If Creighton had won, they would have gotten the first ever 16 seed in the second round because UMBC was up next. So again, it's about matchups. You could be looking at a second weekend team in Creighton.
Marcus Howard has been guarded by all 5 guys on Creighton's starting lineup at various times in this game.
Bailey in off the bench. Brendan Bailey, a freshman from Salt Lake City, able to get in and score.
He's a freshman, Brent, but he's 21 years old. He went on a Mormon mission.
Marquette is 4 for the last 4.
Secondary scoring, very important for Marquette. When you have a big-time scorer like Howard, guys can stand around a little. You talk about a quick trigger. They are now 6 of 10 from three-point range. That is some shooting, my friend.
37-26. Howard, foul on the way in. Foul. Marcus Howard.
Three-point shooting, good all over the place. Right here, the corner's going to happen. We dish, and then you got the shot. Mitch Ballack right there, the dribble penetration. He is alone for a long time. You cannot do that. We heard Wojciechowski in the huddle a few minutes ago on his players about getting out on people.
And Joey Hauser rings up a 3 there. 37-29.
One team 6 for 10, the other team 7 for 12 from three-point range. Incredible. What is this, a shooting contest?
It's 13 of 22 combined on threes.
During the timeout, they had a fan come out and shoot.
Ballack from NBA range. What were you saying about the fan?
They had a shooting contest. The fan made the three.
Of course. 5 to play in the half. Creighton by 11.
We got to start measuring these threes. How far out they are.
Sakar Anum. Shot clock under 10. Tough shot. Left it short. Rebounded by Cromwell.
Twos defended are harder than threes open. Look at these fakes. Foot fake, ball fake.
You better be able to shoot if you're coming to play for McDermott here at Creighton. Joseph, not this time, rebounded by Bailey. Creighton by 11. Marcus Howard, leading scorer in the Big East. Didn't get a lot of looks early on, but since then has gotten some looks and has actually knocked them down. He's 3 of 4 at the arc, 3 of 6 overall, and 9 first-half points.
Down 11 on the road. Marquette lost big at Indiana and lost big at St. John's. Those are their only 2 road games on the year. The Kansas was a neutral site game. Everything else home. They got big wins. I mean, the Wisconsin win, gigantic, right? I mean, that is a very, very big win.
Sam Hauser. Watched by Mintz. Alexander now defends on Howard. He's back in as Joseph went to the bench with 2 fouls. Howard slithers in, and he's at the line.
Number 31, Samson Crowley. That's his first personal.
Well, we talked about Marquette on the road. Indiana 96-73, and by 20, St. John's. And of course, their stats reflect that. They have not proven that they can play well on the road so far. In the Big East, there are 10 teams. You play everyone twice, home and away. In some of the other conferences that have 14, 15 teams, that is not done. So these teams get to see each other in both venues.
So Howard's got 11. Chartouni back in. It's a 9-point game at 4:01 in the half. And Marcus Howard gets a breather. Alexander knifes in, and he's fouled.
Mr. Stover, I'm going to take you out here and teach you how to shoot some threes. Season he's been the leading scorer, and he is. This young man is very impressive. Alexander at the free throw line, 81% from there. Very, very solid. Charlotte, North Carolina, Oak Hill Academy. He has much more responsibility on the team this year than he did last year, and that's unusual. Guy who averages 5 a game one year, and next year he's averaging 17. That's a big jump.
How about Marquette? 7 of 12 on threes. Creighton is 7 of 11. So in this first half, the two teams combined 14 of 23 beyond the arc. I can't remember seeing a game quite like that. Howard on the fall away.
And with all of those threes that Marquette is shooting, they are down 8. And the reason for that is they've turned the ball over much more than Creighton.
6 Marquette turnovers. Only 1 for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I talked about them being in single digits as a key to this game. They have really taken that under consideration here.
And this is a turnover back to Marquette. A little bit too much that time for the 7-foot freshman trolling.
McDermott talked to us at the shoot-around today about his concern about turnovers. The games that they've lost in the last several games, 15 turnovers here, 16 turnovers there. He says if that happens, we're going to lose. 1 turnover in the first half.
Step back 3, Marcus Howard again. And it's a 2, his foot was on the line. But he's showing a little bit of everything as we move on in this game.
He's using the bounce to get open. Coming off screens has not worked. Creighton's prepared for that. They're better off clearing out, letting them go.
The release is deadly quick. Corner 3, too strong. Alexander on the run out. Chartouni.
Chartouni's a big guard who can handle.
Howard from way out, way off this time, and tracked down by Zegarowski.
Zegarowski very poised for a freshman. Brother of Michael Carter-Williams, who played at Syracuse and in the NBA.
Back down, Crumple, in and out. A rebound, Marquette. 2-minute mark. Creighton by 6. Howard, double dribble, Marcus Howard.
He turned down the Hauser screen to try to go on his own. Steve Wojciechowski does not like that call one little bit. Defending his best player. Frequent substitutions by McDermott to stay fresh on Howard. I think Mintz has done the best job so far.
Pollack straight away. Rattles out. Rebound, Annam. Near steal. Howard goes around Pollack, who tapped it loose. Sam Hauser kicks it corner. Annam. Short.
Corner's open.
Pollack. Alexander. Jefferson challenges and draws the foul.
The transfer from New Mexico, Damian Jefferson, sat out last year. Undersized 4-man, but has power and elevation. And when you have 5 guys on the perimeter, it's very hard to defend the basket. So a smaller 4-man can operate.
Joey Hauser back in. Better athlete, more athletic, I was going to say, than Sam, but right now it's still Sam that's bit smarter and a little bit stronger, but they say that'll come very quickly for Joey. So Theo John sat down with 2 fouls. Marquette ball nearing the minute mark in a 7-point game. Around him, foul underneath.
They didn't need the foul on that one. I mean, he exploded right there. Wall up. Try not to foul. Wall up. Hands straight up in the air. Don't need to try to block this shot. Ballack is much more valuable on the floor than sitting on the bench with any kind of foul situation. Howard has taken over the game offensively. Now, in some ways, that's a good thing, right? Gets them right back in it. In other ways, the other guys get to standing around a little bit, which is not good.
Howard 90% at the stripe for good measure on everything else he does.
Yeah, he and the Hauser brothers, both of them are in the 85 range, and he's 90.
Well, as a team, they're #1 in the conference at 74%.
They've doubled him, they've hedged him, and he hasn't been effective.
He's scored 8 in a row for Marquette to draw them to within 5.
And on all of those plays, no screen on the ball.
Alexander traveling.
Greg McDermott wanted him going the other way on that play. He's pointing to the left. This guy is a genius offensively. I mean, I think he could take 5 guys off the streets of Omaha and average 70 in the Big East.
And how about that man is the face in this community, which it's 12-month a year Creighton basketball. That's what it's about in Omaha.
Yeah, that's why they got 17,000 here. I did an exhibition game here once, several years ago. 16,000 for an exhibition game.
Shot clock under 10. 10-second difference came in shot clock. And crashing to the floor on the foul is Howard. Jefferson down hard as well.
I want to emphasize this point, Brent. We're seeing Howard play without the ball screen. I mean, the ball screens are so popular now. But one thing about the ball screen is you're bringing 4 guys to one spot on the floor. And a little guy like him who has great speed, he's better off when there's some space where he can go left, go right, hesitate, move. Okay, when 4 guys are in one spot, it gets too clogged up for him.
90% for Howard. #1 in the Big East.
Yeah, Miles Powell from Seton Hall is there, and Gillespie, of course, from Villanova. Miles Powell is the 3rd leading scorer in this league besides Howard and Shamori Pons of St. John's.
Final 17 seconds of the half. Shot clock off. Marquette has whittled this thing all the way down to 3. 6 seconds. The screen from Crumple. Zegarowski on a 3, and he buries it. Didn't get the shot off. And Creighton will go into the locker room up by 6. Thanks. Imagine what you just said. They've done a pretty good job, and he's got 19. Maybe on mids, turn the corner. Wild shot inside. Won't call. Good effort by Crumple. Ballack. Too strong from way out.
Creighton does not do a lot of work on the offensive glass. They rebound the long misses off 3s, but they get back. So you're playing 5-on-5 all the time.
Sam Hauser banks it home, and it's a 4-point game.
They didn't do a lot of that in the first half, and that's where they have an advantage. Damian Jefferson just sprained his ankle a little bit, and he is a small 4. He cannot guard Hauser in the lane.
Substitutions, Marcus Zegarowski for Damian Jefferson.
Hauser on the spin move. Right here, Ballack cannot guard him. He's got like 4 inches on Ballack.
8 points for Sam Hauser, and 8 for his brother Joey.
Creighton is extremely small right now. Zegarowski comes in the game as a guard. Ballack's at 6'5", is the 2nd leading height guy right now. Second tallest guy in the game is 6'5". That's amazing.
Zagorowski comes in for Jefferson, who limped off with the ankle and immediately turns it over.
So they got a 4-guard lineup.
Sam Hauser rattles off. Here comes Palick. Creighton led by as many as 13 in the first half. Near turnover, Joey Hauser jumping into the passing lane. It'll stay with Creighton.
Marquette's not ranked 21st in the nation for no reason. I mean, they are a very, very good team. But this is a tough venue to play in. Creighton's very confident here.
Mitch Palick inbounds for Tavion Mintz, the junior from Charlotte. And Tyshawn Alexander for Martin Krompel. Palick rotates it for Mintz in the corner. Screen by Krompel. Shot clock down to 10. Against the double, Krompel banks it home.
He looks thin, but he's strong. He bumps his man subtly.
Sakar Adams in the lane, fouled by Zagorowski.
Watch Krompel in the low post, 15, sets a screen. He bumps his man, watch this bump, and then he spins. That is really an educated play by the player from Slovenia. He only had 6 points in the first half. It seemed like he had like 12. He was playing so well. Adam has not been a help offensively in this game. As you mentioned before, he had 20 in their last game and 7 boards against Xavier.
And 26 in this building last year.
It is worth noting that in that Xavier win, Marquette scored 70 points. The Hauser brothers and Marcus Howard had 64 of the 70. So they need help on the road from other people.
Alexander. Krompel. Off the mark. Rebounded by Howard. And ahead for Hauser. Sam kicks it to Joey, and back to Sam. Baseline strong. Good defense by Alexander. Tyshawn kicks, Mintz corner. Crawls off. Team's cooling down a little bit early in this second half.
He's so small, he needs the dribble to get some lift. 8 of 16 from 3 for the visitors.
And Howard now has 22 points on 4 of 6 at the arc, 6 of 10 overall.
Look at this shot. I mean, he comes off the screen, and then they set it again. His man goes under by a hair. The shot is challenged, and he makes it anyway.
How do you defend that?
You hope that, you know, he misses.
Sam Hauser. Marcus Howard. Defended by Mintz. Howard drives and misses. Out of bounds, coming the other way.
Too close. He needs to be much further away to take a shot.
But that's the problem. You overplay him and he'll take it to the rim.
No doubt. And really, they have not scored close to the rim, either on drives or plays in the lane by Theo John or Morrow. They're not getting much inside. And really, Creighton is not a good rim protecting team.
So Morrow comes in for John here. And a push. Trying to run through that screen. That was Sakar Adam. And that's his second foul.
Well, the screen is set. Martin is not moving. And Adam just plows right into him.
Zagorowski pulls it.
Same play that they had to end the half. This guy's a player. 9 of 18 from 3 for the home team.
And got him in the lane, got his man in the air, and scores at the pretty left.
They haven't had many of those, and it is available. Look at 5 guys on the perimeter here.
Alexander wheels, got off balance, out of control. Morrow the rebound. Howard looking for numbers, pulls in transition. Left it short, Morrow the rebound. Back up, no, but he's fouled.
Threes are brother acts. Love it. Gotta love it.
From Stevens Point, Wisconsin, are Joey and Sam Hauser. Joey, a redshirt freshman, Sam, the junior. Joey is 1 inch taller. Right now, Sam averages 13.5 a game. Joey 10.5. As you see at Morrow at the line, has cut it to 2. Many as 13 in this game. Marquette has crawled all the way back to within 1 here early in the second half. Both teams shooting 50%, both deadly from beyond the arc, although they've cooled just a touch, and that's relatively speaking.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Here in the second half. Here's Zegarowski, shot clock under 10, defended by Howard. And now Mintz works on Joey Hauser. Mintz climbs by Morrow. It'll stay at this end, shot clock at 2.
Great weak side defense by Ed Morrow. Transfer from Nebraska. He had this one timed beautifully. Catch and shoot situation. 2 seconds, shot clock.
Mitch Powers looking inbound. Quick shot, Alexander. Comments.
How about that?
Why not?
Greg McDermott, you are a genius. You talk about special situations coaching. That was unbelievable. Little elevator screen. 10 of 19.
12th time this season they've hit 10 or more threes in a game. Howard with 8 to shoot. Howard drives, lefty, no. Powell got there with it. Alexander rotates it, Zegarowski. 1 more for Powell. Not this time.
That was great teamwork by those 3 guys. They got a clean look from a very good shooter.
Joey Hauser. Crumple fighting for it.
Four guards and Crumple in the game.
Alexander pull up. You bet.
But when you're threatening with threes and you got the pull up like Tyshawn does, that is tough to guard.
Silencer from Marquette.
Yeah, but see how quickly Creighton pushes it on makes or misses. They run right at you.
55-51. Mintz loads up the post, Crumple. And he's fouled by Joey Hauser.
Crumple coming into this game, the last 5 games. 80 points, 40 rebounds. Injured last year, January 17th. Surgery on his knee, February 1st or 2nd. Rehabs, and he's back playing at this level. Incredible.
Tomorrow night, 11 Eastern, CBS Sports Network catches up with the man behind Nevada basketball's impressive success. Eric Musselman, don't miss as he breaks down his unique coaching resume, the role family plays in his career, and now he's making sure the Wolfpack remains a force to be reckoned with this season. They are ranked 10th. They are on our air later tonight. And you know what? They're going to be a little bit ticked off, I would guess. They got beat pretty good against New Mexico over the weekend.
Say a prayer for San Jose.
Exactly. And then, of course, New Mexico gets hammered at home last night. Go figure by UNLV.
How about that? Mountain West.
Conference play. Just don't know.
You got that right.
6-point lead, Creighton. 7 minutes deep, second half here in Omaha. Howard. Got it.
Does he have the backup move or what? And I guess because he's small, he had to do that to learn how to get away from bigger players. The backup move is so hard to shoot.
He's only 5'11", only a junior, projected as possibly a late second rounder, but boy, they'd love to have him come around and come back next year. Ben spins in the lane and kicks. Zegarowski.
We got 9 of 18 against 11 for 21.
Incredible outside shooting tonight. Made threes. Annam against 3 defenders. Now Sam Hauser for Marcus Howard, who's got 25 points. Well above his average, but turns it over this time.
Take a look at this, run it. We're going to see a 3 from the left-hand side by Zegarowski. Left corner is open. The dribble penetration, he was almost out of bounds.
Number 1, Joseph Sartuni, back for Marquette. He is replacing Creighton.
Marquette got it to 1. Creighton responded nicely, right? And then Marquette responds again.
Shot clock at 10 for Alexander. Defended by Sartuni. Alexander off the bounce. Couldn't finish.
I thought John got a piece of that.
Howard wants to go, but he turned it over. Again, Creighton by 6 at the under 12. Couple of teams, 1-1.
Doug scored over 1,000 points playing for his dad right here. Now with the Indiana Pacers. Great basketball family. Notice how calm he was in the huddle.
He is a perfect CEO and face of this program. I talked to his AD, Bruce Rasmussen, who was the chair of the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee last March. Both men have glowing things to say about each other. It's not always like that, but it is a perfect marriage, and it has been for a long time. Drive and a finish for Zegarowski out of the timeout.
Boy, to have a guy like that coming off the bench who can score and also poised. The Red Sea opened on that one.
Creighton by 8, 9 minutes deep, second half. Howard, tough shot, rolls it home. He's got 27.
Think Howard ever gets tired?
Man. Doesn't seem like it. Takeaway, Sartuni one-on-one.
Nice play by Joseph. He got right in the way. Perfect defense. We got 4 guys sitting at the table waiting to come in. At 10 minutes, that's when the legs start going.
Zegarowski got blocked by the second line of the defense. And Bailey was out of bounds. It stays at this end with 7 to shoot.
Sartuni jumps in the lane with 2 hands, shields off Zegarowski, and makes an easy one. You know, that's what you want to do when you're a substitute. Come in and do something impactful for your team, and usually try to do it at the defensive end. Notice how Annam has his foot almost on the line right there. That's to prevent the pass to the opposite corner.
Foul underneath on the inbound. Sartuni picks up his second.
Cropple, honorable mention, all Big East this year after having played only part of the season last season.
Again out of bounds, stays with Creighton.
19 on the shot clock.
They lead by 4. Nearing the midpoint of the second half here in Omaha. Pick and roll. Aaron pass. Joseph's got it though. Trying to go back to upper pass. Never got there. And Marquette is able to get it.
They tried some very intricate passing right there and weren't able to complete the pass. Balak looks like he hurt his hand on that play, going to the floor.
Howard has scored 27. This one won't go down. Chased down by Joey Hauser. Chartouni turned down a 3. Got wild underneath, lost it, a lot of contact, no call. Zegarowski comes away. Trailing is Balak, and he connects.
Balak for 3.
Great pass by Zegarowski.
Timeout, Marquette. Steve Wojciechowski, year number 5, NCAA tournament team 2 years ago, quarterfinals of the NIT last year. Creighton's been to the Big Dance 5 in the last 7 seasons. Joey Hauser couldn't connect inside. And getting teed up is Steve Wojciechowski. He's been playing with fire throughout the night in this second half, and that one did him in.
Balak's a 75% shooter from the free throw line.
That was the team's 4th foul.
Driving hard to the basket. Morrow hangs on the rim. I'm not sure what Steve was complaining about.
He got the tee right after that sequence.
There's no doubt that he is conscious of the fact that they've lost on the road their 2 real road games, Indiana and St. John's.
Lost by 20 on New Year's Day to St. John's.
Bonds went crazy in that game, so did Marvin Clark.
They are a tough matchup for a lot of Big East teams. Caleb Joseph on the drive. Far away, banks it in. Wow, what a shot.
2 guys almost blocked it.
Blue Jays by 10. Hauser lost it. Alexander's got it. It's a 6-0 Blue Jay run.
When you're denied in this offense, you go back door and sprint out to the 3-point line.
Alexander lost it tomorrow. Howard wants to go. Morrow got free.
Got away with a little push off. The physicality of it is good for Morrow. He is shorter than Martin, but much more powerful.
And a push on Adam.
Foul call number 2, Sukar Am.
68-60. Down the stretch. Marcus Howard with 27 at 8 of 16, 5 of 8 from downtown.
4 guys in double figures for Creighton. So it's an interesting, different dynamic, right? Much more spread the wealth offense by Creighton, and much more singular offense by Marquette. 3 guys playing 3-on-3 out front, 2 guys standing in the corner.
Shot clock at 5. Crumple. Off the mark.
Marquette's not sure what they're running, but they got 4 single screens for Howard.
Strong hedge. Sam Howard. Hauser couldn't connect. And a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, I think that's a foul on Joseph right there. He's holding his head, but he backed under and cut under his man.
That's his third personal.
Long shot. Look underneath on your left. He takes out Morrow. That's clearly a foul on Joseph. And he's got to come out a little bit right there.
He's got 3 fouls. Sam Hauser knocks it down to the baseline.
That's experience right there. Both teams have executed end-line out-of-bounds plays very well in this game.
7 to play, 6-point game.
Zegarowski has been extremely efficient.
Mintz, slicing, kicking. Alexander spins off.
When you exert yourself defensively in an intense game like this, sometimes you have to get your legs into the threes a little bit more in the end game because a little lactic acid builds up in your quads, and lots of times you come up short in the end game from deep.
Mintz committing his 3rd foul there. He and Joseph now each with 3 for Creighton.
Mintz has done a good job defensively in this game.
Annam has 3 for Marquette. Morrow gets Crumple facing up. Backs him down, wheels. Got too deep in there, kicked out to Annam. Now Howard, foul by Ballack.
When you go behind on somebody like Ballack just did, that's going to get called almost every time. 3 fouls on Ballack right here. It looks like he hit the ball, but he hits the elbow of the arm, and that's why the ball goes loose.
Hauser drills one. The younger Joey Hauser, and now Wojciechowski imploring his team.
I'm surprised Wojciechowski's not putting 2 palms down on the floor like he did when he was playing at Duke.
They only called it a 2, so it's a 4-point game. Clock winds under 6. Mintz in the corner. Too strong. Annam got pushed by Ballack. No call. Going the other way. It was. They did call it. It's 4 now on Ballack. And here's the Hauser shot, and they called it a 2.
Wow. You talk about a missed call right there. That was clearly a 3. Wojciechowski did not ask for a look, so he's not getting a look.
They are looking at it again as we speak.
I like to hear that.
Right now it's a 2 on the scoreboard, but clearly that was a 3.
That's important in this game. It's so tight.
Also important that Ballack just picked up his 4th personal. Howard couldn't finish. Cleared by Joseph. Creighton by 4, but it should be 3.
And it will be.
And it will be when we get a timeout. Foul on the drive, on the floor.
Marquette foul number 0, Marcus Howard. That's his first.
First on Howard.
Team 6.
Our understanding is they will wait until the media timeout, the under 4. Go look at that. I can't remember seeing one go this long without correcting. That's the information we have here courtside. It was a 3 that was called a 2 by that man, Joey Hauser.
17 now. The Blue Jays are in the bonus.
Well, when they look at it, our replay, if that's what they're looking at, it's clearly it's a three. In the meantime, play goes on right here.
And it's a 1-and-1 for Krompel.
It's interesting how they go to Krompel in tough situations. He knows how to get open in the post.
Seven of 7 tonight for a 49% foul shooter. And Theo John back in.
John can guard Krompel better than Morrow. He's bigger and stronger.
8 of 8 at the line. 14 Krompel. Lead back to 6 for Creighton. And back in is the 7-foot freshman, Samson Froling. And a big ovation for Krompel.
Boy, does he deserve it. 17,052 on their feet.
And that ovation leads into wanting a defensive stop here. And Theo John and one.
Wow, great substitution by Rojo. John scores immediately when he gets into the game. And a very nice pass right here. Behind the backer. From Adam.
To the free throw line for one shot, number 4, Theo John, for the Golden Eagles.
Talk about a timely score underneath and a chance to make it 3. Sophomore from Minneapolis. Rattles it home. It's a 3-point game. 4:50 remaining. And Marquette on a 9-2 run.
Right here, you got to stay home with your own man. Defend the 3. Force the dribble.
Joseph. Wide open Mintz. Got it!
Joey Hauser made 2 mistakes on that play. He looked one way and got beat on the drive, and then helped too much.
Howard pulls it. You pass!
Well, we got 73-70 on the scoreboard, but in my mind, I'm thinking it's 73-71.
The 11th career 30-point game for Marcus Howard. Banked home by Mintz.
For 3. And Godfather's Pizza.
One way or another, the threes are going to go down. 76-70. Howard got it!
You have got to be kidding me. This is insane.
33 for Howard. 11 made threes now for Marquette. I've seen so many made shots going back and forth in an incredible basketball game. The score is 76-74, and Marquette has never led in this game. They have trailed by as many as 13. In the second half, they did get it down to 1, but they have never led. Krompel, strong, and he's fouled by Annam.
Marquette foul number 2.
Annam's 4th.
The drives to the basket have become available because Marquette is so concerned about the 3, as they should be. This is very, very difficult to guard, and I like the foul. 7 for 7 for the line so far for Martin, and he comes into the game shooting 49%. But he, in the last 6 games, has been spectacular. All East, all Big East level play in the last 6 games.
His first miss right there. 77-74. 2:50 remaining. Marcus Howard has got 33. Defended by Mintz. And the hedge by Krompel. And he commits the foul.
little negotiating with the official going on. It is going to get physical in the last couple of minutes here.
Adam has 4, Palick for Vincent Joseph at 3. First one in for Marcus Howard. He's got 34 points, and it's a 2-point game.
Two timeouts for each team.
Both teams in the bonus rest of the way. Creighton by 1. 2.5 remaining here in Omaha. Both teams 1-1 in the Big East coming in.
Stay between your man and the basket.
Howard lost it. Alexander to the rim. Pinned against the glass by Theo John. Numbers for Marquette. Howard leaves it off. He was fouled on the way in.
Unbelievable action. Watch the hustle by Marquette. Theo John whacks this off the board. Clear, cool block. Joe's got to be very, very happy here. Marcus Howard coughed it up on the last play, and McDermott's lob play from Ballard to Cropper was unbelievable at that juncture of the game.
Howard 9 of 10 at the line, 7 of 10 at the arc, 10 of 19 overall, 36 points.
Free throw shooter. The number 21 team in the nation needs a stop.
79-78, 2 to play.
Watch the guys on the perimeter. Do they help or do they stay home with the three-point shooters? There's a clear this side for Valak.
Zegarowski deflected out, 9 to shoot. Make it 8.
Last time they used a little elevator screen, and Tyshawn Alexander hit a 3 in a crucial moment. Notice underneath, Crumple by himself. Frequently, the guy inbounding, especially if he's a good player like Balak, gets it back.
7 to shoot, Zegarowski against Howard with 4. Zegarowski. Too strong. Cleared by Sam Hauser.
The stop they needed.
Marquette has never led. Down 1, timeout, Golden Eagles.
17,000 people watching here.
Defended by Mintz.
4-man weave. They got it clear to the right.
Howard kicks. Bad pass. Turnover.
It's Blue Jay basketball.
They had it. He had the shot and the pass.
13th turnover for Marquette. Minute to play here in Omaha. Blue Jays by 1. Alexander leans in, and he's fouled by Annam. And that's his 5th.
Marquette foul on number 2 is Adam. That's his 5th personal foul. Team foul.
Spin move. Up and under. Contact. Nice play by Tyshawn Alexander, drawing the foul on that play.
Annam fouls out with 7 points and 5 rebounds.
It'll be interesting to see who comes in for Annam right here. They're going to have the ball, so you want offense. It's going to be Chartouni. He's going to come in.
The substitution for Savant Annam is number 21, Joseph Chartouni.
So Chartouni in. Annam has fouled out.
Well played.
Alexander, 81%, 2 of 4 at the strike tonight.
One more.
He took that play confidently.
Got them both.
3-point game.
57 to play. Marcus Howard. Got it.
Boy, that was quick and important.
Second difference, game and shot. Creighton by 1 with 36 seconds to play. Timeout.
Timeout, Blue Jays.
34.2. 81-80. After the conclusion of this game, tip-off set for 9:05 Eastern. That's UMass and St. Louis. Creighton by 1 with the ball. This is Tyshawn Alexander. Working on Chartouni. Now Tavion Mintz. Shot clock at 8. Game clock at 25. Alexander with 4 to shoot. Tyshawn. Turnaround. Banks it in. 17 seconds remaining. Timeout.
Clutch situations, they go to half.
He's got 39 so far. He's down by 3.
1-4 low, get out of the way.
Howard with 13 seconds, spins in the lane, goes for 2. Blocked by Crumple. And a foul with 8.9.
The foul on number 4 for the shot of his third. That's the 10th team foul against Marquette. Marquette Crumble to the free throw line. Shooting 2.
He's going for 2. Way deep in traffic. Crumple at the right place at the right time. I'm surprised he didn't shoot it. Pull up 3.
2-possession game with that huge make by Crumple. I'm shocked he didn't fire a 3.
Yeah. Really shocked.
5-point lead, 8.9 to play. And now Marquette needs a miracle. Sam Hauser with 6 seconds. Deep 3. Not there. Chartouni back up. No. Down to 1. It's in with 0.6 timeout. But Creighton, Bob, is going to get a massive Big East home win over the nation's number 21 here tonight when we come back.
The Nets.
They just got to fire it down to the other end. Now, mathematically, Marquette could miraculously get something to tie with a 3, but they're going to launch. Nobody touched it.
Still 0.6. I don't know how.
And no, it's 0.8. Yep.
Okay.
And he's going to fire it again. Still Marquette ball. I should say still Creighton ball. Nobody touched it.
No, it's Marquette.
It's Marquette ball.
Yeah.
It's Marquette ball with 0.8. They've got a shot. Marcus Howard to inbound. Howard gets it in. Sam Hauser fires at the buzzer. Got it!
It counts! It counts! .8 on the clock. He just catches and launches. We're going overtime. Of course, the officials are going to look. Let's take a look. Is it out of his hand? At 1. They're going to have to look at this one carefully. This is going to take a little while. It's hard to see the fingers. The fingers are blurred here. At .1, I don't think it's out.
I don't know if it's out there. I thought it was still.
I don't think it's going to count. That's just me. Heroic shot. Decisions are with those guys in the striped shirts.
Transition and 3.
Creighton had a good idea with .8 throwing it long, but nobody touched it. So it's a turnover, and it goes to Marquette.
It's also huge that they put .8. There was .6 when we went to break.
Yeah.
They put another .2 on there so that it ended up being .8.
Well, right here, you see nobody touches the basketball. And Martine Krompel should have touched it. You could see McDermott yelling at him to touch the ball. That might be gone.
The call on the floor was a made 3.
Yes.
And I think that's huge here, Bob.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
You have enough to reverse it.
It's hard to tell, man. How do you not give it to him? The officials are going to call that good every single time, and then they can overturn it if it's possible.
Good call.
This has been an incredible game, partner. The three-point shooting in this game has been more than spectacular. It's been unbelievable.
The fact that clearly that they changed the clock from .6 to .8 coming out of that last break, and the fact that all Creighton has to do is throw it to the other end and have somebody touch the basketball. And miraculously, I can't remember ever seeing that. With under a second left and nobody touches the basketball.
Well, the throw long is a good idea, because if there's any kind of turnover or anything, guy's not going to make a shot from 75 feet away, rather than throwing the ball in near the basket, right?
What a game.
This is one of those games where it would be a shame for anybody to lose this game. So hard played by both teams. Great effort by both teams. Incredible coaching by both coaches. The officials did a good job all game, even when they corrected that 3. Remember that 2 that we thought was a 3 all along, and they finally called it a 3? That makes a big difference.
Oh my goodness. That's right.
Got our matchups, we got to get stops. Our best 5 minutes of defense all year. Proud of you guys, been battling. The fight's not over, however.
If that shot counts, by Hauser, we're going to overtime. If it doesn't, Creighton escapes. Overtime has begun here in Omaha. Creighton got it first, missed a shot underneath. Marquette, their first touch of OT, deadlocked at 85. And the fact that we are in overtime is an absolute miracle for Marquette. One of the best games in college basketball throughout the past this year. And Howard has got 41, the leading scorer in the Big East. Knocks it in. Marquette leads for the first time tonight.
45 against Kansas State. 45 against Buffalo.
Alexander. He was the hero down the stretch for Creighton. Blocked this time by Theo John.
Alexander did not deserve that foul. He tried to trick the officials, and they're not going to call that. Breath of fresh air for Howard. Even though he's been spectacular, he made 2 errors in the closing minutes.
Shot clock at 5. Howard got it. Wow. 5 in a row for Howard to begin overtime. He's got 44. Marquette by 5. They just took their lead for the first time tonight, and now they lead by 5.
Back him up. Pull back and yank. His teammates like it. They're used to seeing this from that guy.
How much fun would it be to be on that team, on that bench, and watch this guy every night? His 3rd 40-point game of the season, 4th of his career. Again, he scored 52 here on CBS Sports Network last year against Providence.
Well, some of the home crowd are a little nervous, but the players for Creighton are not. Plenty of time.
10-2 Marquette run, going back to the end of regulation. When they needed a miracle and got a miracle to tie this game. Howard step back guarded three, you bet! 8 in a row to begin OT. He's got 47 in the game. Marquette leads by 6. Step back Mintz, got it! Creighton right back at him. 93-90, 2:49 in overtime. Howard step back three again, and again! He drills it! He's got 50. Goes in for Zagorowski. Timeout, 96-92. Howard tonight.
They always play high-scoring games, and they have not disappointed anyone.
96-92.
Plenty of time. Fast hands required for the Blue Jays. They got a slap at the ball.
Howard. Air ball that time. John threw it off the leg of Cropper.
Theo John just made another play of the game type situation. This is not a foul. It's an air ball. He kicks his leg out in front of him. If it was anything, it could have been an offensive foul. It was good D.
7 to shoot. Howard rifles it in. John banks it home. The lead is 6. 1:47 left in OT. Mitch Ballack, step back. Drills it.
No giving.
98-95.
No give up. Don't screen for him.
And a push out high by Howard. And that's his 5th. He's done.
That's unfortunate. He's the guy who just knocked in the 3. He is not happy. Be careful, Mitch. You don't want a tee right here. Ballack showing his Marcus Howard intimidation situation. 3-pointers in this game. Creighton 16 for 30. Marquette 16 for 28. Ballack out of the game is big.
Marcus Howard to the free throw line, shooting 2 for Marquette.
2 for Howard. His team up by 3. Best free throw shooter in the Big East, 91%. Marquette took their first lead of this game in overtime.
That Al that you see on his chest is Al McGuire, the famous coach of Marquette, who won the national championship in '77.
Howard ties his career high with 52. And his team leads by 5 with 1:20.
Alexander's the name.
100-95.
Had an incredible game in the Big East last night with Villanova taking over the lead with 2 minutes against St. John's for the victory. And now we have Marquette taking over the lead with .6.
Alexander underneath. No call. And cleared by Chartouni, and the foul on Alexander.
Losing number 5 touch on Alexander.
Great defense. Notice the wall up by Theo John so he doesn't foul. And Chartouni sticks his nose in there. Alexander was the man at the end of regulation.
missed the first. Creighton led by 5. Marquette got a late tip in with 0.6 on the clock to get to within 3. They took a break, added 0.2, so there was 0.8 on the clock. Marquette was down by 3. Creighton had the ball and inbounded, and somehow Marquette got this to overtime. And a missed 3 by Mintz, and tapped out to Sam Hauser, who hit the game-tying 3 to send it to OT. Out of bounds to Creighton.
Should be Creighton.
Officials going to get together.
Marcus Howard dribbled to the place you don't want to dribble to, the dead corner.
It is under review.
It's a 2-possession game, and they're going to take a look.
Marcus Howard is dribbling the ball down the sideline, and they force him to the corner. And it looks like, oh, I'm not sure that ball was out of bounds at all. Take a look at that again. Slow it down. Okay, so Martin comes from behind, but it's off of the hand of Howard, but it's not out of bounds yet. Zagorowski is there. Nope, it's off Zagorowski. He was trying to get it, and he hit it, and it hit the line in my estimation. I think it's Marquette's ball. Nope, giving it to the home team.
First one since Jody Meeks in 08-09. First player to have 45 or more in 3 games of the season. Marcus Howard doing that here tonight.
And we got a lot of games left.
Step back 3. Rattles and in. Alexander with a massive 3. With 33 seconds left. And it cuts the lead in half. Back down to 1 possession in Omaha.
Timeout for Blue Jays.
One timeout, big stroll with
Howard. 4-second difference came and shot. There's the foul. With 31.5 on the clock, Cromwell commits it. Marquette up 3.
Marquette is the highest ranked team in the Big East as we speak today. They're number 21 in the country. Their NET rating is 22. Miss from there, huh?
New career high and a new Big East record, 53. He's the only Division I player with multiple career 50-point games over the last 20 seasons. Missed that one though. 4-point game, 30 seconds left. The door is cracked open. Alexander straight to the rim. Makes it a 2-point game with 25.2. Inbound to Joey Hauser.
That's a walk.
Right in front of McDermott and the Creighton bench.
They're calling a foul, but it looked like a walk. Take a look. The catch, he had his hands on him the whole way. I guess that's why it was called, but boy, that is a tough call.
Rims it in.
Freshman. He's 85 at the line for the year.
They are number 1 in the Big East. 74% is a team, and that has come in handed tonight. They are 21 of 25. This one to again make it a 2-possession game. 2 big ones for the freshman.
That was important.
104 to 100. 24.8 to play.
Last time Marquette did not even try to guard the drive.
Alexander gonna drive again. Chartuni the foul with 18.6.
Well, the drives are available because nobody wants to let up a three. Notice the man in the corner guarding his guy. You see Marcus Howard there? He is guarding the three.
Alexander, 4 of 6 at the line tonight. I don't want it to end, Bob.
I called 3 overtimes at the end of the first one, at the end of regulation.
I still can't believe we're in overtime. Marquette was dead in the water. Clutch free throws at both ends. 2-point game.
Face guard your man.
Into Chartuni. Howard calling for it. So is Sam Hauser. But the foul committed on Chartuni, who's a 67% foul shooter.
Was an experienced player. Played a bunch of years at Fordham, transferred here. He looks confident walking to the line.
Joseph Chartuni to the free throw line, shooting 2 for Marquette.
He's 1 of 2 at the strike tonight. 15.9 to play.
Gotta make both.
Big
Confidence. Real confidence.
John checking in for Marquette, placing Brendan Taylor.
They are 23 of 27 at the strike.
Wow.
Got them both, and again, a 2-possession game.
Clock starts when a man touches it.
Alexander with 13 seconds. Alexander to the rim. Missed it. Rebound. Marquette. Theo John. 7.6. That's a foul on Creighton.
Theo John is not as comfortable as Chartuni is at the free throw line. But he's been a force on the defensive glass. He's come up with a lot of loose balls in the closing seconds here and in regulation as well.
Missed it there.
They're fortunate they're up 4 with him on the line.
Now it's Creighton that needs a miracle.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You've seen everything else tonight. Missed them both. Crumple. 5 seconds. Got to hoist it quick with 4. Deep 3, Alexander off the mark with 1. Stick back good, but it doesn't matter. In overtime, number 20.